It is true, for all things art. I love sharing my heart, teaching you how to create a little joy in your life through some fun, simple, and quick art projects. Hello. Let me take this off for now. I'll do this. Let me see. How do I do this? Remove from page. There we go. Here I am. Hi, everyone. So I'm just, we're going to paint some more pieces, and I'm putting in some alcohol before we get started. You have one? Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know how the sound is. I'm still trying to figure something out with the StreamYard. Um, okay, that's fine. And that's it. So hi everyone. I have in order to work wine glass to do today. So that is what I'm working on. So when I do glass or hard plastic, I always do it with regular old rubbing alcohol. Here, right here, it's the purple rubbing alcohol from the drugstore. When I paint on galvanized metal, I use white vinegar, and that's just the thing. So I'm gonna put this aside because I'm gonna need it again because I'm gonna paint bottoms. So let me turn that up or down. How's that? I think you can hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna add this back to the stage and so this I made this. So all it is three pieces of wood. Then I nail them, makes like shape, and I covered these two parts with felt. I got these squares of felt. I didn't even paint it. This is a piece of vinyl I had left over. But anyway, I got these squares of felt at my coats, and it holds my glasses just so. I can use this also for ornament. So that works. I have out a mat. I have out some of my enamel paint. Let me get this off my brush, and we're gonna get started. I am loading some of this really bright. I think this is school bus yellow and orange. When I paint on glasses, I try to use enamel paint. You can use multi-surface paint. And when I say enamel paint, I mean enamel paint for glass. I don't mean enamel paint. It's this enamel. I don't mean enamel paints for like if you were doing model cars or kits or stuff like that. That is a totally different thing. That is oil based. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about enamel paint for glass in the crafting world. Excuse me. So these have to be, I need to take a gander. All right, I think I can do this. These are for an order, so they actually have to look like the original. Sometimes it's the hardest part of these things. So anyway, how is everyone? I'm painting in these petals. I had a wonderful, wonderful time in Costa Rica. It was so nice to spend a little bit of time with my daughter. We had work to do, and we um, went to the beach. She loves to surf. She's a little surfing queen now. I can spread these out a little bit more. Um, and we had a really good time. Eat some really food, and what else? I don't know. Just had a good time. Picked up the wrong side. The weather was, I would say it rained every night it rained. It only rained one day. Every night it rained. Hey, Barbara. But other than that, the weather was really, really nice. Some of these might need a second coat, but shall see. If you notice, I'm turning it over every time so my orange stays the same side on all my glasses. I want the orange to the outside. If my glass looks wet, It's because it's wet on the inside. It's not wet on the outside. And I did, if you just hopped on, I cleaned all these with rubbing alcohol before I got started. And you may miss it every time I go. I switch my brush a little bit to keep the orange to the outside. I might do this one over because it was a little smaller than the rest, but I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. Sometimes people get frustrated when they paint glass because they're like, oh, it's not dark enough. I can see through it. Painting on glass is different than painting on paper or a hard surface. It's going to be a little translucent. You're going to be able to see through it. It's not the same as painting on a hard surface or on a canvas because you know why? It's not. So you're using enamel paints, and look how easy that is. Look how forgiving that is. I decided I didn't like that one on there, and I'm just rubbing it right off. And even this is the first one I painted. It's pretty dry, and I can put a dry paper towel and rub it right off. I am going to try my glass though because I want a fresh spot that and I don't have to wash them all with the alcohol. So I'm going to just do it like that. So anyway, yeah. So when you put glass, it's not going to look like you painted on canvas because it's not. The glass paint tends to be a little bit translucent, and that's okay. If you want yours to be darker, you can do a second coat. I'm not going to do a second coat. I'm happy and I like the coverage I got, and I'm okay with that. I am going to switch brushes though. Let me go take a gander again. Do, do, do. But I love painting on glass. I love painting on glass for a couple of reasons. First of all, I like how forgiving it is. You can wipe it off. Not that I'm suggesting. Sometimes you just have to be like, it looks good. I'm just going to leave it because you can't keep trying and trying to find it. It's never going to be perfect. Never, never, never. The other reason I like painting on glass because I mean, look how pretty that is, right? But then look how pretty it is from the inside too. How cool is that? And we're going to paint the bottoms and everything. So, so I'm just going to put a little bit of a stem up in here with a little bit of some leaf coming off. So we need a stem. And I can do these almost like a assembly line where I just keep changing it. I don't have to keep changing my brush. I just do one step at a time. Oops. And my, when it comes time to wash it, I can just wash it and that's it. Leave it there like that. Okay. Now I'm going to get a different brush and I'm going to do the little insides. There we go. I'm just picking up a little bit of white on another liner brush, and I'm going to add in, let me check these. Yeah, I'm going to add in these little, I guess, what are they called? The stamens, like that. And then I pick up this yellow, and I add a little dot of yellow on the tips of all of them. Okay, so that's my big flower. Then I'm going to come over here. Actually, let's clean this one off. I'm going to go into my magenta, and we're going to add a little tiny magenta flower up top. Mhm. So I'm just going to, it's almost like making a clock. So I do my 12 and my 6, and then I fill in all the petals around the whole thing. I want to put all my strokes into the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to again use my brush and put in the center. Okay. So now we have this glass done. I'm going to clean the bottom. I did all my flowers, I did all my stems, and now I'm going to finish this one for you guys. And then I look back, do the rest. So now I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to clean the bottom of this so I don't have my fingerprints all over it. And this time I'm going to move this. Okay. And then I have this brush. We're going to put a little bit of stripes on the bottom of our glass. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is load this brush. Okay. And we're going to go right across the bottom. We'll make it like a plaid. So, and you can see measuring, eyeballing. I want it to be, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And should not like that one. Okay. Wipe this one off. I'm going to go in light green paint. I'm going to turn the glass right side up again. And now I'm going to make on top. So I'm just going to put a light green one this way, a light one this way, light green one that way, and a light one that way. Okay. I'm going to wipe it off again. I'm going to go into my brush. I'm going to do the same thing, but this time with the orange. And have these almost be parallel to the outside. And there we go. So let's see, can you see that? There we go. So here is my glass. Let's remove this one again. Here is one complete glass. It's got the little flower to the top. It has all the detail in there. And then I did the bottom from the top and the bottom. So there we have it. I'm going to stand this up and I'm going to get working on the rest. So where was I? Let's do the, I'm going to keep working on the bottom since that's how I have my brushes done. Or rather, yeah, my brushes. Again, I'm just cleaning it with alcohol. Just want to wash these, but you want to get off the dust and the dirt, oils from your hands, all that. I wash them also to take off the sticker that's on the bottom of these. And again, I'm getting my green I want to come over here, kind of, I eyeball it a little bit just so it's kind of straight. So there's my design. I'm going to do my X or my square, my cross, whatever you want to call it, right across the bottom. And again, if you wanted your glass paint to be less translucent, you could easily do more than one coat. Totally up to you. Mm. I like this look. Um, I would imagine other people like it as well because my wine glasses are one of my biggest sellers. So I don't really worry about it. Some people like it to be much, much darker, and that is a personal preference. So I'm just doing the bottom. And you can put any design you want really on the bottom. Sometimes I don't hate the bottom, but these I like. It's cute. I'm using so many brushes. Ordinarily, I use the same brush. I wash it and wash it and wash it. I'm using so many brushes and using each brush for each color because when you paint glass and use enamel, you don't want to introduce too much water. So I just soon use different brushes for different colors and then wash all my brushes at the end. There you go. There's two. Oopsie. Pick that up. Mm. Oh, actually, today. Okay. I'm going to kind of eyeball where my design is and go right across the bottom with this X or this cross, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And now these will get in an oven for 30 minutes. There's directions on the enamel bottle of paint that tells you if you want these in the oven. Suppose curing the oven makes the dishwasher safe. I don't really go by that. I would always suggest on my listings, hand only. Um, honestly, I put them in the dishwasher, but only because I know mine start wearing out or mine don't look as good as it did to begin with. I can just repaint them. So I always suggest hand wash only. But supposedly, if you cure them, like I do before I sell them, you can and put them in the dishwasher. Okay, and there we go. Go back to my little bit of white so I can put my statements in. I think they're called statements. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I like to dip the back of my brush and do the little pollen toppers to each of these. And there we go. And I'm going to pick up my magenta flower and we'll be all set. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you like watching these simple little wine glasses. And I will see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.